What's up, everybody? So welcome to another review, but this time it's going to be on The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. A lot of people review this as the greatest game ever made. This is a masterpiece. But is it really? So I'm going to dive deeper further into it. I just completed this game earlier today. I missed a lot of you out at the live stream, I think, because summer's not out for everybody yet, and I do have adults that watch my series that I started a little too soon. So tomorrow we're going to go back to about 2:30, and we're going to go to 6, so everybody can get a shot to come out. And we're playing Majora's Mask, just so you guys know that. So let's get into the review of this game. I'm going to go through every single dungeon, talk about what I liked, talk about what I disliked, but let's start about what I did like. I'll talk about the overview of the game in general. Things that I really liked were the colors. The colors always stand out to me in these kind of games. When it's an evil area, it's dark, it's gritty, it's nasty. And then the happy places like Hyrule Field, it's all happy and sunshine, and then nighttime becomes this gritty, skeletons everywhere, Poes running around, they're trying to stab you. It's a good time. That's a good time. We want Poes coming up with me in their little lanterns. So I really like that. Colors, big part of me, that's why I like Banjo-Kazooie a lot. What's the second thing to talk about? Obviously, you gotta start with the game. Start with where we started in Kakariko Village, or Forest. I don't remember things. Sue me. I really liked it. Very colorful, very welcoming, very kiddish, you come out, you look like everybody else, so you feel like you're a part of it. And it's very colorful. There's a lot of fun little puzzles to do where you get the sword to start it. And then you go to the Deku Tree. Obviously, that's where you first start. He talks a lot. He talks a lot about the backstory. I already played the game once, so obviously during the stream I didn't care. I was pressing A, hopefully skipping, but obviously that didn't happen. I really liked the Deku Tree level. I think that did exactly what Banjo-Kazooie did. It taught you everything you needed to know right there and then. First level. That's what makes a good game. But then you do get the slingshot in that. You rarely use it afterwards. That's something I'm going to talk about in the dislike column, which is not very much. Obviously, this game is great in its own right. Colors are great. A lot of good secrets. Gold Skull Tulas, I never really cared for them. I never saw a purpose. I get my 200 rupee bag. That's about it. That's all I really needed. Then you did venture into the world. Then you find all these pieces of hearts. You find everything. You can go into Dodonga's Cavern with 6 hearts. It makes it so easy. You fly right by it. Dodonga's Cavern is probably my favorite temple or dungeon in the entire game. I really like how it is a fire dungeon, but that has dinosaurs in it, and the Dodongos look so much different than in the original Zelda, where they look like Tyrannosaurus, not Tyrannosaurus. Holy shit! If they look like Tyrannosaurus Rexes, I would be scared shitless. Triceratops. They looked like Triceratops in the original one, and this one they looked more like a hybrid of a Triceratops, which was really cool. I liked it. It's like an iguana and a Triceratops bred. So, I really like that. Then we're going to talk about a dungeon I don't really like, Jabu Jabu's. It's really gross. I guess that's good in its own really right. It's just gross. Like, you're inside of a giant fish, which is, like, really weird. Why did he swallow a child, and why did he swallow a stone? And there were chests and stuff. And there's things in them, like that electrical things in him. Like, wouldn't he have gotten sick by that point in the stage? And then I liked the story progressed from there. You go back to the castle, right? You get the Ocarina of Time there with one of the greatest cutscenes in the entire game. Period. Dramatic cutscene. Link stands up for himself and for his woman. I'm not gonna go into full detail in cutscenes and what happened story-wise, because if you guys haven't played it yourself, play it yourself. I'm just gonna play spoiler for you, pretty much. Then we go Forest Temple. After playing this game once before on my own, not too long ago, this game was really easy. It was easier than I remember. I didn't die as much. I know the first time I played it took about a month. This time it took me about a week. I would have beat it 2 days. If I could stream 12 hours a day, every day, I would have beat it in 2 days. And Majora's Mask would be almost done. Majora's Mask, I don't really remember much stuff in. That one's gonna be an interesting ball game. Forest Temple, really like that. Really like the boss fight in that one. I like the little ghost that runs around. Those are fun. And then what did I do? The Fire Temple. Fire Temple was a lot easier than I remembered. I didn't have too many problems. Really, really nice. I really liked how it was just this cave, lava everywhere. It made you feel like I'm going to die if I make the wrong step in any way. Then there's Islamic chanting, which I don't really hear much in this game. Some parts of it they do, some parts they don't. I don't know if that adds anything to the game, but I did like it. I like the puzzles. I did forget some keys on the way, which made it really irritating, but then the end of the maze fire made you think, made you play careful, which was really nice. The boss fight in that one's pretty lame. It's lame. To be honest, boss fight. It looks really cool. He has a great design, but it's easy. Then we go to the Water Temple. It was not as bad as I remembered. If you can remember what to do in the Water Temple, you will have just fine of a time. You will have just fine of a time. I did forget a key. I forgot the key in the most hated room that I forget all the time. You get the map and the compass, you're solid. That's pretty plain and simple. The Water Temple boss is awful. It's absolutely awful. There's not much I liked about the Water Temple. The design of it is really cool. But the one thing they could fix, have the iron boots be a C item. They did that in the 3DS version. I know that. But that would have been easy fix. Easy fix. Would have made it a great temple at that point. Then what did I do? Spirit Temple. I ran through it. The boss fight in that was really awesome. I like the Iron Knuckles. The Iron Knuckles are really cool. Those things are absolutely dope. They remind me of the Dark Nuts from the original game. Then the Spirit Temple. To be honest, I ran through that SOB that I don't really remember much of it. Except Mr. My favorite side dungeon, though. The Ice Cavern has some gorgeous music I absolutely love. I could fall asleep to that. It's great. The Ice Cavern is probably one of my favorite parts of the game. Let's not go any further than that. There's obviously the end of the game. I'm not going to talk about what happens or how it happened, but I did get to beat Mr. Boss himself with a bottle, which is really cool. Let's talk about things I didn't like. The camera angle sucks. Camera did not want to cooperate with me. There was a little fly right there. It didn't want to cooperate with me in the Spirit Temple. Didn't want to cooperate with me with Ganondorf. It didn't want to cooperate with me in a lot of other places. So that's a big problem. Another thing, the hover boots. I never liked the hover boots. They just, when you hover, they make you land all weird and stuff. I never liked them. The biggest problem in the game is when you get an item out of a dungeon, you don't really use it much afterwards. How many times did I really use the boomerang? How many times did I really use the slingshot? How many times could I really get away without using the bow and arrow? Sometimes you need to use them, sometimes you don't. But they don't feel essential. Feels like I could beat the game, get the big Goron sword, and just smack everything out of the air, and beat the game that way. And that's kind of what I did. That is kind of exactly how I beat this game. Was just I got the big Goron sword, I went up like LeBron James and just dunked that shit, and that was it. So, and then there were some parts of the game I couldn't see. The very end of the game, you can't see Link. You can't see Ganon. You can't see any of that. And I was like, bruh. But Overall, is this one of the greatest games ever made? Of course, it's Zelda, obviously. I don't think they've really ever made a bad Zelda game. Like, people will talk about bad Zelda 2 is bad. Zelda 2 is hard as shit. That's why people say it's bad. Hard games don't equal bad. Tell that to Castlevania or Ninja Gaiden. No, they don't. That doesn't equal. I like Zelda 2. I like the first one. Link to the Past is the tits. Then this one is the tits. But is this my favorite one on the Nintendo 64? That will come after I beat my next game I stream, which is going to be Majora's Mask. I said it twice. So, my final rating for this game is a 9.5 out of 10. Fair enough, right? Like, it has flaws, it's aged, but in general, did I have a good time playing this throughout? Yeah. Like 95% of the time. That's how I think I should rate these games, is 10 out of 10 is I enjoyed the game throughout. I don't think any game on planet will get a 10 out of 10 from me, because there's always going to be those water temple parts, or there's going to be those floor master parts, or there's going to be some stupid puzzle that takes a guide to figure out. But this game was good. I liked it. I liked it a lot, and I'm very glad that I do have this in my collection. And one of these days I'll learn to speedrun this. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the video again. If you didn't like it, please let me know why you didn't. Just say, don't criticize me for saying my opinion. That's just stupid. But if you guys did like the video, please make sure you guys leave it a like. And if you guys are new around here, make sure you guys subscribe and hit the bell button for notifications. I do try to live stream once every single day. I do, guys, keep you updated if I do not live stream. I do have a Twitter. I will put it in the description, just for fun, so you guys could follow me. I used it once last night. We hit 50 likes on my Water Temple video, which was a great milestone in the channel. So let's keep this channel growing, guys, and let's keep having a good time. So I will see you all, guys, tomorrow at about 2:30 Pacific time. Peace out, guys.